Yo, what's poppin'? Just doing a little trade breakdown for you. For me, everything starts on the weekly. So super interesting spot for me on the weekly. We have C2C on majority with previous week's candle closing in C2C. And we have SMT here. This is a weekly and a monthly high. So potential for a weekly reversal. So I'd want to see daily get in line with that. So drop to the daily. We did change date of delivery here on the Monday on NASDAQ, which makes it majority change date of delivery. And we had it on the Friday um, on the Dow. So after this Monday, I'm definitely anticipating lower prices. We do have a little daily SMT there right here, but because we're counter order flow, I am anticipating majority to reach this low if we are going to SMT reversal. And if all of them catch up, then we just kind of wipe that out. So it'll be irrelevant after that. Unless it doesn't, then it is relevant. So I am anticipating the NASDAQ or ES to catch up to this daily low either today or tomorrow. Um, so I'm anticipating bearishness. So 4 hour, we have bearish order flow right here. And we did SMT. I'll show you right here. SMT and SMT and SMT. Now we do have SMT on majority, so there is a large potential for reversal unless we see a failure, which is counter SMT, which we have right here with this high, where YM made a higher high, and we have two lower highs here. So now that for me is negated, so I'm anticipating this 4 hour low to be reached today, and we do have this 2 a.m. candle C2C, so even more reason to see price continue lower, and I'd want to see the 1 hour or 15 minute, depending on which range we're looking at and liquidity to be supporting that. So, um, yeah, I dropped to the 1 hour. Now, 1 hour order flow is bearish, and we had 7 a.m. C2C, and then we had 8 a.m. C2C counter and SMT, right? Lower low, higher low, lower low. So there's a majority, so we could see reversal and price reverse against this order flow. But because we do not have an hourly range to the downside, like we don't have a swing point, nothing's closed. I'd be looking at the 15-minute time frame to give insight for continuation if we were going to continue lower to reach this low and potentially this daily low. So for me, because the 4 hour is so clearly bearish here, um, I'm not necessarily anticipating this full reversal. Obviously, if the 15-minute time frame supports that and we get 5 minute intercandle changes state of delivery, we could definitely get an expansion higher. But but I ultimately think being going lower is more likely. Obviously, right now it's kind of like again, I was anticipating the Nasdaq to be the leader, and I'll show you why. On the 15-minute, so 15-minute order flow is bearish, and we have this SMT here with this high, right? SMT, higher high with this one, higher high, right? Higher high, and then lower high. And we have the 8:45 a.m. candle closing a C2C on majority. So I'm anticipating C3 and C4 to run this 15-minute liquidity down here, reach this 4 hour low, and ultimately was anticipating this, but I took my full take profit before then. So luckily I didn't get stopped out. The reason why I'm anticipating NASDAQ to be the leader is because of this lower high on the time frame I'm anticipating to drive price. So is that lower high with order flow? So I was anticipating NASDAQ to be the big expansive one, the big leader, even though we got to catch up on the 4 hour on the Dow. I was still anticipating NASDAQ to be a big leader. and to reach this. Clearly, it's not happening. Can't be right all the time. So we have that C2C, C2C. We don't have a C2C, but since we have it on majority, we can trade expansion candle C3 and C4 lower. So drop to the 1 minute. Now I did miss my initial trade right here. I didn't enter there. I entered in the 15-minute C4 and I entered in this expansion lower. The reason why I missed this is because we did change state of delivery right here in the last two candles of the close, but only on one. And I like to see that on majority. And when YM started to be the leader and start intercandle change state of delivery before NASDAQ, for me, I had a moment where I thought that was fishy. But in fact, that isn't that fishy. We do want to catch up because we do want to change state of delivery right here, and we want it to be on all. So I could have entered this knowing that this is actually pretty normal for the Dow to be catching up so heavily. Anyway, so I missed that trade, and then we open in this candle, this 915 candle. We had run 5 minute liquidity on this 905 candle, this 5 minute liquidity right here. So on the 1 minute, I am anticipating a protected high, which we have right here and right here and right here. So we ran liquidity and then we intercandle change state of delivery right here at 9:15. So I entered in this 9:15, well, I guess the 9:16 a.m. open. So I'll just show you. So I entered in this candle here, and I did enter lower than I was anticipating. So my risk was a little higher. So I did take off some risk in that candle as well, just to make sure I was risking the proper amount with my stop loss above the order blocks high. And I was anticipating this black line. This is that 15-minute liquidity here. I was anticipating this to be run. So 2-to-1 in this liquidity. Um, yeah, that was the trade idea. You know, Sometimes it's unfortunate, missed this one, but I did catch this expansion because 15-minute liquidity is open on majority, right? Down here for the C4 to expand into. I felt confident trading this C4 lower. Um, yeah, that was my trade. Peace.